Hello students, welcome to EduTap and welcome to this very important session of ARD Current Affairs. Today we will be discussing a very important month for your NABARD examination, that is our June 2022. So let's start our class without wasting our time, but before that do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want the PDF of this video you can join our Telegram channel too. So our first question for the day is, recently in June 2022 CCEA has increased the MSP on how much crops? Your option are 12, 22, 16, 14 or 5. So here one thing you should know, that the crop we are talking about in this particular case are Kharif crops. Okay, government in the month of June announced that they will increase the Kharif crops MSP. So among the option, if you have answered that the correct answer is option D, that is 14, you will be correct. Okay, now moving to this current affair, what the news is, let's cover it. So the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, your CCEA, do remember the full form, has approved an increased MSP for all mandated Kharif crops for the crop year 2022-2023. Okay, and in how much crop? As I have told you in the question, that is 14 Kharif crops. Okay, and what kind of MSP was increased or how much MSP is increased? See, whatever you are getting before if the increment, you will now get 4 to 8% more. Okay, so MSP was increased by 4 to 8%. These are all the crops under which MSP was increased, but for your examination you don't need to remember everything from here. Okay, this is just to show you for your exam. If you can remember the Kharif crop, number of Kharif crop and the percentage in which they are increased, also the name of the committee, that will be enough. Okay, so here also you can see in the graph, government has presented that comparing to 2014-2015, how much MSP was increased in 2022. Okay, so now again, this is not important for your NABARD examination. Whatever I have told you is enough. So now let's move to our next question, that is, which of the following state has launched Aadhaar based single window registration software Fruits to simplify the access to benefit the grant under the various government scheme given to the farmers? Okay, your options are Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. See, among all the option givens, you have to know that farmers are always provided, especially this, we are talking about poor farmers, small farmers, marginal farmers, they are provided with some benefit from the government side. Sometimes the grants is given, sometimes the subsidy is given. So that all will be managed in this particular state by the software called Fruits. Okay, and this particular state will be Karnataka if you answered it right. Very good. So now let's discuss this current affair and what's important things to know about the Fruit software. So first of all, what was the news? The news is Aadhaar. Karnataka government launched Aadhaar based. Again, remember this particular term, Aadhaar based. Okay, single software registration system. And the name or the full form of the Fruits is here, the Farmer Registration and Unified Beneficiary Information Software system. So do remember this, and don't forget, it is not fruits, it is Fruits. Okay, do remember the S for system. So moving to the whatever requirements are there, can you or I get to register in the Fruits? No, because you need two things. First of all, we'll discuss about the aim. What is the aim of this particular launch? So the aim was to guarantee that, of course, our farmer will have easy access to the grant and subsidy, and also under a single window. They don't need to go to different website, different offices. So that will be managed and they will be provided easy access. Okay, moving, what you require for this particular scheme, first of all you need Aadhaar card, that okay, this is our particular farmer who is registering to the portal. Then you also need Karnataka Bhumi digitalized land record system. You need to be recorded in that or registered in that. Why? Now government will know, okay, this farmer has the land in this part of the state. So this is for the identification of your land and this is for the identification of you. So who is getting registered and where is its land, that two things will be known by the government. Now talking to again about the Fruit software. So what is the special thing about the Fruit software, that we should know. So first of all, this Fruit software will cater to the needs of agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, revenue, food, civil supplies, fisheries sector. Okay, these all sector will be involved in the Fruits software. Now this software is again GI based mobile app will be launched under this particular software. Then this particular software will also be linked to Karnataka State Natural Disaster and Monitoring Center. Okay, now what will be the use of doing that? What is the use of linking these two? See what happened. This is very important. important step and very useful for the farmers. Why? Now, by this system, if there is any disaster, okay, if there is any climatic change that farmer need to know, we need to provide a warning or provide a advisory. The government will know, since government has linked it, they can easily issue the warning or the advisory to the farmer. Second, if a farmer is already hit by a disaster, they will be identified by this particular system. Then Karnataka Milk Federation, since we are talking about animal husbandry, Karnataka Milk Federation again will be linked to this particular software. Okay, so I think that was all for your examination. Do remember the Aadhaar base, the full form of software, the name of the state which launched this particular software. Also, even if you can't remember the aim, I think that is quite easy and you don't need to memorize it, but do remember the requirement too. So that is all for your second current affair. Now let's move to our third question. Cabinet recently announced computerization of 63,000 functional packs. Will be with an overall budget outlay of how much rupees? Your option are 2,516, 1,306, 781, 900 or 4,451. Okay, so we will discuss why these packs are getting computerized and what will be the benefit and all. But for the question, if you have answered 2516, you will be correct. Okay, now let's move to this particular current affair. So recently again CCEA, and I told you to remember the full form. So this time you will tell me in the comment section what is the full form of CCEA. Okay, so approves the computerization of the Primary Agriculture Credit Society. Okay, so why? See, when I have already told you many times, whenever we are talking about computerization, bringing a system online, launching a portal, there's always a term of transparency, since your record is being kept. And if you are keeping the record, automatically the agency becomes accountable. So to increase efficiency, bringing transparency and accountability, these are your three keywords. That's why this particular computerization was aimed. Okay, for in their operation also multiple activities now can be taken, because whenever you bring a system online, it is easy for people to know the function, to access the function. That's why multiple activities is expected to happen the packs once they are computerized. And for that, how much packs are there? So there are three things that you should remember from this particular box. This is very important for your NABARD examination from the whole current affair. Why? You should remember that 63,000 packs were targeted. Then you should remember the budget was 2516, that is rupees 2,516 crores, and it will be provided over the period of 5 years. So you should remember these three things. That will be enough for your examination. But the additional thing, they have a little chance to come. These things that we will also cover. So these things are, first of all, you should know, after this particular launch of the computerization, a software for this particular computerization, what will happen? Government will also provide a place where they can store the data. Okay, and if the data is safe or not, that will be also ensured by the government. So they will also provide the cyber security and the data storage space. Okay, through cloud-based common storage system. Then the other thing you should know, that this particular computerization or whatever that is done, that the software provided for that will be in vernacular language. Okay, the cloud-based software we are talking about, that will be in vernacular language. Then the other thing that you should know, that see, packs usually take many projects. Some of them become successful, some of them become failed, not successful, okay, or not as perform as much as they have expected. So to manage that, why that happen? Because sometimes packs take project, but they have less input or idea, or they stuck upon a problem and they don't have a solution. To manage that all, government also will establish a PMU, that is Project Management Unit for the packs. Okay, I think that clears it. Then 200 packs will also be also receive the district level support. Okay, out of the 63,000 we are talking about, 200 will be also provided the district level support. So that is all for your current affair. And the important thing, again, I have told you this box also, if we are planning to launch the software, you should also know about that. So I think that is all. Now let's move to our next question, and that is, IIMA has launched India's first ever agriculture land price index. Again, we are talking about land price index, not agriculture index, in collaboration with which of the following agency? Your options are SFARM India, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, EPIDA, NABARD or IFFCO. Okay, so how can you a little bit idea how you can eliminate the option? First of all, IFFCO can't be there, because they deal with the fertilizer. Talking about EPIDA can't be answered to. Why? See, your EPIDA basically deals with what? Export products. Okay, export of foods, export of agriculture products, that all is comes under the project of EPIDA. Okay, aim of EPIDA. Then talking about NABARD. Now NABARD usually deal with the finances. Here we are talking about land indexes, and NABARD is less active in the less active in the land part of the site. They are more focused on the production and the farmers' well-being. But there's a slight chance NABARD can't be the answer. So option are more, there is a chance that these two will be the answer, and if you have answered S farm, that will be very correct. Okay, now let's discuss this particular current affair. So first, talking about IIMA, they launched India's first ever agriculture index. So what is IIMA? IIMA is your Indian Institute of Management, that is in Ahmedabad. That's why IIMA, and they team up with S Farm India. Okay, that's a leading agriculture industry based on India. So they will launch an index by the name of ISALPI. Okay, so if you see this particular full form, particular term ISALPI, don't be confused. That will stand for IIMA S Farm India Agri Land Price Index. Okay, that will be your full form, and that is nothing but the index that they are launching. Now what will be the requirement? Why we need this particular index? Okay, things are going smoothly, so why we need that? See, this index will act as the benchmarking land price in the rural area and as well as the semi-urban area. Okay, so we need this for these two current areas, we need this particular index. So what will happen? See, if there is a plan of government to provide a road and your land that you own is coming in between. Okay, so government need your land. So how much government should pay you? You don't know how much your land weighs. Okay, how much your land costs and what should we go. So there's a confusion. So that will be solved. So because they will provide a value, this land value that much, and government will also provide you this value. So it will help us to remove that junk or the hicks. So it will be a reliable source providing a potential conversion of agricultural land into real estate. So if anyone is buying the land, so kitne mein land chahiye, that will be provided by them. So a value will be provided by this particular index. Yeah, how much your land is in demand. Okay, what kind of property your land have. The better the property will have, the more will be the price. So company will also avoid the agricultural land to convert agricultural land into real estate. That can be avoided through this particular index. Okay, of course they will buy the cheaper land, and the cheaper land, what kind of land are cheaper? The problematic lands are cheaper. So that will help India. So moving to the next thing, for current status of ISAPLI is that the listing for now only has been done on the data from the 6 states, and these 6 states are Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, these are the only 6 states abhi jinme se for current time the data has been collected and the index has been provided. So I think that clears the confusion, and that clear everything about this particular current affair. Do remember the name and the name of the institute. I think that much you should understand. That's more on the understanding side, but these two things are something that you should memorize. So now let's move to our next question. Which of the following state government has announced to provide 50% subsidy on purchasing the indigenous cow breed? So they are promoting the indigenous cow breed, and why they are promoting it, that we will know. But your option here are Gujarat, Haryana, Assam, UP or Maharashtra. And when we are talking about cow breeds, so mostly the state coming to the mind will be the correct answer, and that will be Haryana. Okay. There are many schemes going on, and you'll be surprised to know that what their main objective with this particular subsidy is. So now let's move to the current affair, and what the news was: Haryana announced subsidy for the purchase of indigenous cow. So what this subsidy was? The subsidy of 25,000 rupees on purchase of one indigenous cow breed. So indigenous breed of cow, that means the native species that we have of the cow, these are covered under this particular subsidy of rupees 25,000. Okay. And they are also providing 4 drums for what? To convert Jivamurta. This is liquid fertilizer that we get from the cow. Okay, so these 4 drum for that facility, and 25,000 addition to that will be provided to buy the indigenous cow. Then why we are doing it? See, our main goal here is to promote the natural farming. Okay, so most of you might think that okay, we need to push, or we need to promote our indigenous breed, but the main aim, that's why it becomes special here, is that they are trying to promote the natural farming. Why? See, they are giving the drums too, Jivamuta. So they will get the natural liquid fertilizer from the cow, and that will help in the natural farming. And how much the area they have targeted? That is 50,000 acre of land in the state, and they also need to know, people are aware about that, people are know that what is natural farming, and people will be interested in that. Okay, so what are the requirement? Can anyone go for this particular scheme? No, you need to have two requirements. First of all, you need to have 2 to 5 acre land. At least you need to have a space where you will keep the cow. Okay, so then you also need to register in the particular portal that was open for this subsidy scheme. So that was all. The other thing we should know about Haryana, this was about the Haryana's recent thing done. But the other schemes that are going on in the Haryana are your Mera Pani Mera Virasat, also Bhavantar Bharpai Yojana. This particular Mera Pani Meri Virasat is the scheme to diversify the agriculture from the rice crop. Okay, since rice is water intensive crop, so they need some kind of crop, so they are trying to promote the crop that are less dependent or that require less water. Okay, then Bhavantar Bharpai Yojana, that you can see from the name. Bhavantar means price, Bharpai means you are paying the price, Yojana. So whatever the difference of prices, Bhavantar is a difference of prices, whatever you have, you are paying it. So government is helping the farmer to get the right price. Okay, to get the full price of their produce. So that was all for the today, guys. I hope you like the session, and if you have enjoyed the session, do let me know in the comment. If you have any query, do let me know in the comment. And I have asked you about the full form of CCEA, and that you have to attempt, and I'll see how many people give the correct answer, so that I know that you are listening very carefully. So thank you so much for attending the lecture, and if you have any query, do let me know. You can write to us, and also check our website. You can write to us at hello@edutap.co.in. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day.